Good morning to Madam Noor Rahina binti Zainal. I am Amelia with battery number A16A0047. Today, I would like to present the case study on management of anti-bimetallic syndrome Berhad. During my internship, I got a chance to work in the administration department as an admin clerk. This is the content that we'll cover in this presentation. Anti-bimetallic technology syndrome Berhad with register number 1098646D was established in 2014 by Mr. Ng Chi Keong. Anti-bimetallic is a Malaysia-China joint development investment company located in Ipoh, Peru. The core business of anti-bimetallic is manufacturing and supplying plastic components. Anti-bimetallic has more than 20 years experience in design and manufacturing high-quality bimetallic screw and cylinder facility for various kinds of industry. Anti-bimetallic consists of various departments. This is included sales, production, administrative, and research and development. For instance, the administration department is responsible for connecting different departments and ensuring that information flows seamlessly from one component to another. Anti-bimetallic has practiced consultative management style in the company. Anti-bimetallic has an open policy that allows workers to discuss with the company and isn't dealing with. Without the management communication with staff, that told decision-making authority in the end. This is the management policy of anti-bimetallic and the company mission. This is the pastel analysis of anti-bimetallic technology syndrome Berhad. Political factor. For instance, anti-bimetallic have to be shut down for the duration of the Movement Control Order (MCO) period that can easily affect the business by about 50%. Economic factor. The impact from the existing MCO will show in the term of purchase that are postponed, reduced, or removed altogether. Social factor. For example, an aging population may imply a smaller and less willing workforce, thus increasing the cost of labor. For technology factor, technology innovation have very important to remain competitive, and therefore anti-bimetallic has made large investment in R&D so as to remain ahead of its competitor. Environment factor. Anti-bimetallic has also increased its focus on innovation and framed strict rules and regulations for its supplier too regarding the environment impact. For legal factor, for instance, anti-bimetallic have to follow the healthy and safety law for their employees, such as providing specific build requirements to ensure the workers safely. This is the analysis and discussion part. Manufacturing factor has been a key driver of economic growth. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia 2020, manufacturing sector has grown at 3.6% against 4.3% in the previous quarter of 2019. The performance in the sector was supported by the petroleum, chemical, rubber, and plastic product about 2.9%. Figure 2 show the GDP of Malaysia in the third quarter of 2019. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia 2020, the GDP of Malaysia grew at 4.4% in the third quarter of 2019. Manufacturing sector was the main driver of the economic growth for the third quarter of 2019. This is the role of industry and company. Firstly, creation of job opportunity. While machine has been integrated with the latest technology, there is still a need for staff to deal with the issue that machine cannot handle. Innovation and competition. Every business including anti-bimetallic need to stand out from the crowd in order to survive. Hence, all need to be innovative. Other than banks, manufacturing industry also help to support other companies. For instance, anti-bimetallic depends on where planes from other suppliers to help prevent machine breakdown. Next, it also helps in generation of country revenue through tax. Both anti-biomilitary and the workers are expected to pay tax and thus produce more revenue for the government. This is the analysis industry and company issue and challenges, and the impact analysis on business entrepreneurship and management. The first is economic impact of COVID-19. The case of COVID-19 has brought negative consequences on both the Malaysian microeconomy. Firms impacted by suddenly closed would face acute cash flow pressure at their profit baseline. Anti-biomilitary can plan to respond in a flexible and be prepared to refine their business response plans as needed. Most of my daily tasks could be divided into the following category. Firstly is development and maintain a filing system. Filing is the process of systematic and scientific preservation of officer documents for future reference and evidence. Next is managing product inventory. Product inventory can be components part of piece of raw material used to make product to sell. Inventory is a major company asset that help a company with the tasks such as planning and staying within the budget. Next is performing data entry. Data management is the query for the successful functioning of a business. In fact, data management is vital for ensuring that organization information is accurate, timely, and cost-effective. This is the contribution to company. Firstly, improve and maintain a filing system. The methods of filing include filing by category, filing in alphabetical order, and filing by date. For category filing system, I have to sort the document into broad categories such as invoice, file, sales order files, and company asset files and others. Managing product inventory. For instance, I have to fill out a stock card for each item in stock, make a good system for ordering divisions of items in stock. Next is performance data entry. After set up the million accounting software, I have to key in the company profile and accounting period, add the following customer in the customer maintenance, and add the following suppliers in the suppliers file maintenance. This is the suggestion to the company. Firstly, make the organization structure clear. Anti-biomilitary can also outline a clear management plan. A clear management plan allows anti-biomilitary to formalize the management structure and operation. It also ensures that everyone is on the same page. Next is make use of human resource HR. Anti-biomilitary should understand and review all of the detailed job descriptions that are in place for employees in this department. It is best to match their job description with the expectation of the department. Next is focus on education and growth. Anti-biomilitary can use a great employee planning plan. Before making any change to the company, anti-biomilitary should consider about their ability, skill, strengths, and identify their weakness. Next is use technology. Anti-biomilitary can also use apps or sharing tools to keep different members up to date with the progress of a project, even they are not currently working on a specific aspect of the project. This is the challenges that I encountered and how I resolved it. First is little or no feedback create challenges. Interns need to know if they are doing a good job or if something needs to change. For this, I have gained insights by asking my supervisor at once about certain work-related subjects, such as how I should handle some situation I run into. Next is hesitate to ask questions. Talking with people that do not can be uncomfortable for both parties. So I told myself not to be afraid to ask questions because sometimes I realized it is easy for supervisors to forget that I am new and still lacking in experience. So it is important to reach out for help when I need it. Next is understand the office culture. Since every organization culture varies from office to office, some have a rigid structure while others are flexible. Hence, during my first weeks of internship, I am trying to adapt the new working environment and absorb the organization behavior. This is the moral value that I obtained in each of the duties or projects. Firstly is timekeeping. For instance, I had to be early for work so as to accomplish the assigned duty in time. Next is being hardworking. I learned to work hard so as to improve on the well-being in order to establish a good and stable relationship. Next is monitoring and supervisor. I learned more how you need supervisor do work and make it easily to perform their duties in the time and perfectly. For example, when I request to do planning and organizing for an event such as company sport event, I got to know about the activity done by a planner. Next is working in team. Working individually will take long time to accomplish duty that would be so decision making. Therefore, I learned the benefit of working in teams for effective performance of the assigned duty. This is the conclusion part about improvement idea and implementing. First is improve product inventory management. Before this, anti-biometric don't have an accurate record in place of tracking the stock level. There is no one charges with recording inventory and updated the inventory record each time a sales or purchase. To manage the inventory effectively, I have prepared a sufficient number of stock cards and filled up a stock card of each item in stock. I have also performed a stock balance, count on each item how many there are in stock, and stock card to check if it's in accordance with the amounts indicated on the stock card. Next is improving data entry management. Before this, anti-biometric record all the information or data using spreadsheet in Excel and Word. However, data analysis in spreadsheet usually require a lot of manual work. The administration need to redo everything by hand if he or she wants to change a parameter or run an analysis with a new data set. For this, the first step to implementing a data entry system is to install the Million accounting software. After that, I need to collect data and input all data into the system. I also need to ensure the accuracy of the migration of running a report and comparing removed data to old data. That's all for me. Thanks for watching.